Hey guys! So I thought I'd just do a little studio vlog this week. I'm probably getting back in the studio, so for you guys that don't know, I used to live in Singapore and I've moved back to the UK now to set up the Blank Earth studio. So temporarily we're in the parents' garage. Lovely. And I hope you like my sexy hat, which is because it's fucking cold. So yeah, today I'm just going to be like reclaiming some clay and doing some test tiles, and I'm kind of doing these, I'm trying to develop this new house, like these, sorry, that doesn't make sense, these incense burner houses, so I'll show you that as well. So yeah, I have all of this, I'll show you. All of this clay to reclaim. So I use, this is black coarse like rolled stoneware clay, and then I'm doing loads of test tiles because we're setting up the studio. We want to be able to test loads of glazes, and I'm also got these to do today just to carve up to make into my Kurinuki kind of style, so with the more textured surface. So I think this will be good for testing some glazes. I also have, in my last video I showed you how I made those, and I also have some little wheel thrown ones I threw off the hump. So yeah, I'll get on and do that. So what am I doing now? I think I'm going to start reclaiming my clay. This is what I've got to do. Reclaim clay, finish tiles, and then, oh yeah, I've got these, so just out here I've got these boxes, which I'm going to carve into Kurinuki boxes. So for you guys that don't know, Kurinuki is the process of hollowing out clay to reveal its form. It's a Japanese traditional process, which I do a lot in my ceramics. So let me just switch around. Well, yeah, so Kurinuki is a it translates in Japanese to hollowing out, so it's basically hollowing out clay to reveal its form, which is what I do a lot in my ceramics. And yeah, so I'll show you what I get onto today. Hey, and yes, I'm just going to reclaim this black clay at the moment and shape that into some houses. Maybe I can get the houses. I'll just quickly show you the houses. So this is just a demo house I've been making just to see how it works. So this is a Kurinuki house. So it was originally a block of clay, and I've cut the lid off, which is the roof, and made it into a box. And you have these the hole in the top where the chimney is for kind of incense to burn. And also, yeah, the idea is like with the windows and the doors, when you can put a candle inside and it will kind of light up, which I think will look pretty. Yeah, maybe I'll quickly get an incense and just show you. So it's for these incense cones here. This one's cinnamon. It's really nice, and the idea is that you can pop it inside, and the smoke should come out the chimney. I'm going to shake quickly, like that. You can see there, which is really cool. It's also coming out the window, so I think I'm going to try to make the windows a little bit smaller, but I still like it. I think it looks cool. Also, one more thing, I got an Alexa in the Prime Day for like really cheap, and it's a godsend. So basically the problem with pottery is that your hands are always really like dirty, like covered in clay. So I can be like, Alexa, play Georgia Smith.
This is Georgia Smith from Spotify.
Amazing, amazing. Changed my life. So I'll just show you guys what I mean with the so first this is the first step of making those houses. So I first shape a wedged up piece of clay into kind of a house shape. So I'll just show you that. Okay, and then I get 2 paddles. Sorry, 1 paddle. So I use this to shape the roof, and so these are actually quite cool. They're used for butter, when you like need to smack your butter, who knows. But you can get them like really cheap off Amazon, so that's a good kind of repurposing that just for using for clay, because I had a look online for like clay paddles and they're really expensive. So in the meantime I'm going to be using these, and it's quite nice because you have 2 textures. So you have the flat side and then also this kind of groove side, which I think will be nice to add some textures as well. So yeah, I basically just whack the top to make a roof shape. So there it is. I've just done this kind of, I like to do a roof that has a bit of a flat top, but I've also done it where it's, you know, meets into a point like a kind of like a triangle. But yeah, so I will then leave this to dry out until it firms up a bit, so that I can, what I do is cut the roof off, which forms the lid of the box, and then hollow it out. But I can show you that, guys, once it's firmed up. I think I might be doing some today, but yeah, I'll show you if I can. So yeah. So I have finished all the test tiles for today. I'll quickly show you. So got all of these guys. And these, and then also these wheel thrown ones. And now I'm going to be shaping, doing the initial hollowing out of my Kurinuki boxes. So these are boxes that I carved from a single block of clay. So I've already shaped them in cubes, and I'll show you how I hollow them out. Right, okay, so I have I've already shaped this box, well, it's a cube, sorry, this cube. So it's a solid block of clay, and so this measures around, yeah, about 8 or 9 centimeters each side. And what I'm going to do is cut the top off, which will form the lid, and then hollow out the inside to make a box. And then I'll leave that to dry out, and then do the like nicer carvings on the outside once it's firmed up. But I'll show you the first step. So what I do is just mark 2 centimeters down from the top on each side. And then I just use a wire tool to cut the top off. So just line it up to those markings you've made, which are 2 centimeters down. And try to pull that through as straight as you can. And I also like just to mark the side with a line, so I know what orientation it goes. There you go, what orientation that goes in. The lid. And then I also mark 2 centimeters to carve out from the inside. So coming from the outside wall, mark 2 centimeters towards the center on each side. And then just draw a line down each side that's 2 centimeters in using your markings. And then what you can do is then put the lid on where you made your mark, and that will imprint the markings you just made to the lid. And you can also just make that a bit clearer, easier for yourself. Just go over those lines that you just imprinted. And so then I start digging out this. So the square you've made, I just dig all of this out, making sure that I don't go too far into the bottom, so I still leave around 2 centimeters in the base. But that's usually because I carve a little like foot in the bottom, but if you want to just leave the bottom flat, you can go a bit more, maybe like 1 centimeter or 0.5 centimeters. Is up to you. So then I just use these loop tools to what is this? These type of loop tool, yeah, you see that? To dig out. And boxes are quite a nice thing if you want to start doing the Kurinuki technique. And if you want to know how to check how far you've gone down to the bottom, you can use where's my needle? You can use a needle. I don't have any needles. Oh, yeah. You can use a needle and just poke it down through the base, through down to the surface, and then take out. So mark the position that it's kind of mark the position with your finger, and then you can see the thickness of your base. And this is perfect actually. This is around so I can't do the YouTuber thing. This is around 2 centimeters, yeah. Okay, and then I just run it, just clean up those edges at the top. Okay, and that's pretty much that done. Okay, cool. Yeah, so now I'm going to carve the lid. So basically what I do is remove clay around the square that we've drawn, and also in the middle, leaving a kind of raised lip that will be the same size as the square, so it will nicely fit into the box just carved. So I'll show you that. And what I like to do is just check that it fits in that box that we've just carved. So just look for the marking you made earlier, and just so this one is a little big, so I think I just have to take some excess off this side. Okay, so that fits much better. Like that. Okay, so once I know that fits, then I'm going to take out the clay from the inside. There you go. Cool. Okay, I'm just going to check that, final check that fits. Obviously I've kind of pushed it out a bit, so if you find it doesn't fit, what you can do is just kind of distort the shape a little bit with your finger. so that's the first step of hollowing out. I mean, that's the first step of the Kurinuki process, but it's the hollowing out stage. And what I like to do is just take that off and just gently put it on. So I want them to dry together, but not like kind of be really stuck, because it can be hard to then remove it once it's dried out together a bit and they kind of become more like joined together. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to leave this now to firm up to around leather hard stage. So if you're familiar with wheel throwing, about the stage where you would normally trim your pieces, or if you are doing pottery for the first time and would like to try this, it's kind of hard enough that if you pick your piece up you're not going to distort it, but still soft enough that you can put your nail in and it kind of still makes an indent. But I'll show you once these have firmed up what I'm talking about. Okay, in a bit.
What about you?
Alexa,
what was your
pause.
watch like, Sarah?
Okay guys, so delivery just came. I've been so I was carving this like coarse AF black clay yesterday, and I was like, this is not the one. My wrists hurt immediately after doing this like 1 cup, so I immediately just made an order for the diamond core tools, which are basically really sharp tools for carving clay, and it's just game. So I'll show you guys. If you're in the UK, you can't really get them from many places. I think Scarva do it, and then also I got them from Blue Matchbox. Okay, I just got a turning tool because I've needed one of these, yeah, for like turning pots, but like the pointed one. I only have square. Anyway. So yeah, I also got a sponge, but I did not realise it was this small. Oh, it looks so pretty. Okay, yeah, so it's this tool, and I got it because I can use it for carving because it has these pointed edges, and also like a big flat one, so it'd be good for like digging out when I do my Kurinuki pieces. Yeah, and then I can also use it for trimming on the wheel, so it's like multi-use because they're not that cheap. So yeah, and it comes with a spare blade. Yeah, so I got also this one. I thought is quite like nice multi-use, so I can use this for trimming if you want more angled, like a straight edge when you're trimming on the wheel, but also you can do like nice points with it, and just like, yeah, just big things. I don't know, let's see. I'll see how I go with them, but the advantage of these is that they're so sharp that you can use it on like really dry clay, or in my case really coarse clay. So I'm gonna see how that goes. And then I just got this really like a nice kind of small one for doing like little like I don't know what you call it, like this one is more like for if I'm doing like tiles on roofs or just anything really, just if you want little like little carvings. But yeah, it's very exciting. So I have some houses to carve tonight, so I'm going to use this. So I got a canvas just for rolling out slabs of clay, and then I got some spacers because I wanted to do more hand building and rolling out slabs of clay and forming them. So yeah, that's great. So I'll be using that probably next week. Okay, back to what I was doing. By the way guys, it's got so cold in the UK now, and I'm working in the garage, and it's like, thank God for thermos. Well, it's not thermos, but you know. I was thinking actually of doing like tips for working in cold environments, so I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts if you want to comment down below, but I'll be putting together a video on what I found has been really helpful for me working in cold ass garage. But yeah, anyway, that should be coming soon. Hey, so I'm going to hollow out those houses which I shaped earlier. This is actually ones I prepared earlier, but I just wanted to show you what I mean. So this one is going to be an oil burner, and then I'm also going to carve a one for the incense cone that I showed you earlier. But yeah, I'll show you what I mean. So Yeah, this is the one that was going to be an oil burner. So this has been already hollowed out. So I've just carved the clay from the inside and also the roof. And the idea is that it kind of sits on top of there and will be like a nice house. But then if you want to burn oil, is that right? Burn oil, you can put a candle underneath and put either the wax melts or like essential oils on top to like fragrance your house. Yeah, so anyway, this is like the first iteration, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm also going to be doing the kind of incense burner that I showed you earlier. So this one has a chimney, and I'm going to carve out some windows so that you can pop your incense inside, or even just a tea light if you want to kind of see a nice glow come out of the windows. So yeah, I'm going to get on and do that. Hey guys, I just wanted to sign off the vlog here. So this is, I'm not sure when I spoke to you last, but the next day I think. I just wanted to show you the finished little cottages I showed you earlier in the week. I'll just spin around. So what I've done is painted on some white slip, so like liquid clay. This is porcelain. And it's to give the appearance of the kind of like Tudor beams. I think it looks really cute. So the idea is that you can take this off and put in incense cones or a tea light, which I'm going to show you. Yeah, so you can put a tea light in and put the lid back on, or the roof. Yeah, and I think it looks super cute. So I'm just going to light that and turn the light off and show you how it looks like. Maybe I can prop you up here. Okay, that works. Okay. So it looks really cute, like you have the light on in the cottage. Yeah, and so these are multi-purpose, so you can put a tea light or an incense cone as well. But yeah, these ones are unfired, so I'm just testing them out, but I'm going to fire them and glaze them, and I'll show you the finished results in a few weeks. But this is more or less what they're going to look like. Ooh. So I hope you liked that. In the next vlog I'm going to kind of give some top tips about working in the cold weather when you're doing pottery, and also I'm going to be doing more stuff on the wheel. So I've been working on making some mugs. So I hope you guys like these shapes. So it's kind of a rounded, slightly undulating shape. So what I'm going to do is trim these up and put handles on them, just see how they look. I'm just wanting ones that are quite big for all you tea guzzlers. Yeah, and I also have all of these houses to make. So I'm going to make some red and also kind of biscuity coloured houses, as well as the black cottages I showed you. So yeah, I'll get on and do that, and yeah, I'll see you in the next vlog. Anyway, bye guys.